Richardson, Jim Richardson, up until the last race, really just hammering and doing beautifully. But today you had like what, a 2 and then a dead last, all right?
A dead last, yes, that's exactly right.
What happened?
Well, as I just, you know, we think it's important that everyone has a good chance in this fleet, so we just try to make it interesting.
Got to be able to have fun, right?
Absolutely, you have to have fun. And you know, we got off. We actually had a great start. We were second to the top mark, and we got passed by a couple of guys on the run, and next thing you know, we were back in traffic, and people started tacking on us a little bit, as you might when you're back in those places. And next thing you know, we were dead last. So
man,
it was a tough race, but we actually sailed the boat pretty well, and you know, we weren't in the right places all the time, but that's sailboat racing.
Yeah, all right. But Jim, where do you think the class is going the next couple of years?
You know, it's an interesting time. Obviously, the economy has been difficult, and but I expect that, you know, we're going to keep going strong. Actually, I think there's still a lot of interest in the class, and we're going to Puerto Cervo this year, and next year we'll be in the Dominican Republic for 2010 for the Worlds there. And so I think you know, there's a lot of interest in Europe, and but they've been suffering economically a little bit too. We're getting a little rejuvenation on the East Coast, and the North Americans are in Chicago this September, and there's been a commitment from a bunch of boats to go there as well. So I think we're going to be okay. We're well positioned, actually. You know, the class itself is well funded, and you know, we still have our sponsors, and so I think we're going to be okay. And I keep my fingers crossed, but I think we're going to be all right.
All right, fair enough. What about the 30? You know, we know we love it. We love the boat. You know, but it's just the things that don't seem to be going that well.
Well, the FAR 30 class is you know, that's a little bit more problematic. But having said that, you know, it is a great boat. It's a terrific boat, and you know, they've just had a name change. They've just had a constitution change, and so hopefully they're set up now, management style-wise, more like the FAR 40 class. Whereas before, it was sort of a European class and an American class, and people did what they wanted to do on their own. And you know, I think that's been a hard thing, because no one's really stood up and said, I'm responsible for this or that. Everyone can, you know, point their finger at the other guy, and I think now they have a structure in place, at least, that they can start to market the class and get people sailing again. You know, from what I hear, there's a lot of interest out in the West Coast now, particularly out in the Northwest, I think, and there's a lot of interest in Northern Europe with some of the Scandinavian countries and the Russians, and so, you know, there's potential still. There's 260 boats or something like that kicking around, so you would think that the class would continue to go, and if it's managed properly, and the people have the class and the sport first and foremost, I think the class can rejuvenate itself and get a builder ready to build boats. So hopefully it'll get healthy again.
What events will you do with the 30 this year?
Well, I'm probably going to do the Annapolis Nude Regatta, and I'm thinking of shipping the boat over to Europe to do the Worlds, if we can figure out where they are. That's another little issue, that it's hard to make plans if you don't know exactly what those plans should be.
Yeah.
But there's some talk of having it in Italy in maybe early September. But if we can get our act together in the next month or so and figure out when and where it's going to be, you know, I can make plans accordingly. But I know there's, just from the emails I've been seeing from some of the owners, there's a good group, I think, who are probably going to go to Block Island and have have a start there.
That'll be fun.
Unfortunately for me, it would conflict with the Far 40 World, so
Right.
I won't be able to do it. But I love going to Block Island, and it seemed like there were like at least 8 guys that were talking, said that they would go, and that's a great fun race week. It's the name of the game at the end of the day, Alan, is to have fun, and the owners have to have fun, and it can't be you have to have parties, and you have to have good sailing, and you have to have good camaraderie, and if you can work on that, then a lot of the other stuff will take care of itself.
You're damn right. I like to hear it. One more question. I just talked to a couple girls on the top, a couple Melguses, and people say all the time, well, the parties are really for the wankers. The serious teams don't go out to party. I know last night I was out with a lot of teams partying at 1 in the morning. What about you guys? You have a good time out there?
Well, in moderation.
In
yes.
moderation.
My thing is basically I drink early, so I fall asleep early. But we're serious, but at the same time, it's important for everyone. In our class, we've got 6 amateurs on the boat, and they're giving up their holiday time and they're to go away and sail with me. It's important that those guys have fun too.
Damn right.
And the pros are a different story. They need to make their living and be responsible and all that. And the amateurs to a degree. I mean, you can't affect the performance of the program by being incapacitated the next day. But
I'm sure you've seen it every now and again.
Every now and again we have. But the best time to do it is after you win at the end of the week, and have a good time then.
Well, we hope you can stay on top and not have any more of those last places.
Well, that would be nice.
All right.
I would really be happy with that myself.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
All right, thanks.